A couple of thoughts on Or HaGanuz and Hanukkah. The Torah says in the beginning, Pasuk Gimel, Vayomer Elokim Yehi Or, Vayar Elokim Es Or Kitov, Vayavdel Elokim Ben Ha'or Uvein HaChoshech. Hashem said, let there be light, and there was light. And Hashem saw that the light was good, and Hashem separated between the light and the darkness. The Rashi says, Ra'ohu she'eno kedai lehishtamesh bo rishoin v'hivdilo l'tzadikim lasid leva. Hashem saw that this light, it was not fitting, it was not appropriate that Rishoim should use it. So Hashem separated it for the tzadikim, set it aside, la'asid leva. The Baal Shem Tov, Zechus HaYogein Aleinu V'Kol Yisroel, he asked, where did Hashem hide that light, the Or HaGanuz? And he says that the light is hidden inside the Torah. The Bnei Yissaschar writes in the name of the Rokeach and also in the name of Reb Pinchas Koritzer that the Or HaGanuz is hidden inside the lights of the menorah. The idea is based on the fact that there are Lamed Vav Neros that we light, 36 candles if you don't include the Shamish, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 equals 36. And the Or HaGanuz was present in Gan Eden for 36 hours. He brings it down from a Pesikta. It's in the Midrash Rabbah in Parsha Yud Aleph, Os Beis. And it says, Rabbi Levi b'shem Rabbi Zeira Amar, Rabbi Levi says in the name of Rabbi Zeira, Lamed Vav Sha'os Shimsha Osa Ha'ora, that Or HaGanuz was present, it served for 36 hours. Yud Beis Shal Erev Shabbos, it was here for 12 hours on Erev Shabbos, the first Erev Shabbos of creation. The Yud Beis Shal Leilei Shabbos, then the next 12 hours for Friday night. The Yud Beis Shal Shabbos, and then the third 12 hours for Shabbos day. So that's the 36 hours. Now, if we think about it, now what is the significance of the fact that the Or HaGanuz is there in the light of the menorah for us? The Hasidim and others as well have a custom, a minhag, to sit in front of the menorah for a half an hour during the time of the mitzvah, that first half an hour, and just sit there, say Tehillim, say Tefillos, in the presence of the Neiros Hanukkah. Rabbi Twersky Zatzal, my Rebbe, the Horner Steipler Rebbe, said, it says in Haneros Halalu, V'in lanu reshus lehishtamesh bohen ella l'rosan bilvad. We have no permission to use these candles. The halacha is that you cannot get any benefit from the Hanukkah candles, only to see them. So he said that simply by looking at the light of the menorah, it changes the way that we see the world. Now, to me, what that means is that the Or HaGanuz is something which is completely beyond us. We have no hasaga of its power, its kedusha, its holiness, but we know one thing: it's completely untainted. There's no contact with Ra, no tuma. It's just a pure and holy light. That pure and holy light filters to us, to Klal Yisrael, through the lights of the menorah. Usually, when we do something, even if we do a mitzvah, there are other things mixed in that can affect the mitzvah. External factors, internal factors that can disrupt or perhaps cloud over the power of the mitzvah, at least as we experience it. But the Or HaGanuz is so great that it doesn't allow for that to happen. And to me, the halacha that we're not allowed to use the light of the menorah to benefit from it is pointing in that direction as well. The Torah is telling us, do not tamper with this light. Don't do anything to it. Just let it seep in. Let it become a part of ourselves, a part of our own lives. And by doing that, the influence is the greatest. Once we start to try and do something with the light, then that affects it. There's a machlokus, are you allowed to learn Torah by the light of the menorah? Some say yes, some say no. The minhag is not to. But to me that's fascinating because perhaps those who say you are allowed to learn Torah by the light of the menorah is that endeavor is so holy in and of itself that it's equal and similar to the light of the Or HaGanuz. And as a matter of fact, Reb Pinchas Kortzer, who mentions the 36 hours of the lights, he also mentions that's Keneged the 36 Masechtos of Shas. On the other hand, the opinion that we cannot benefit from the light of the menorah, even to learn Torah, perhaps it's the idea that even when we do a mitzvah, we have other kavanos and we're not completely pure. And we want that light of the menorah to be just as it is, the Or HaGanuz. May it shine into our life, may it shine into our hearts, and may the light of Mashiach, which the Or HaGanuz also represents, become a part of our lives. B'mheira b'yameinu. Afreilich Chanukah, Lichtig Chanukah, L'chol Yisrael. A few more thoughts on the Or HaGanuz of Hanukkah. We talked about the Or HaGanuz shining through the menorah that the Bnei Yissaschar brings down in the name of the Rokeach and Rav Pinchas Kortzer. When we light the menorah, the Or HaGanuz filters into our world, shines into our world. The Or HaGanuz is a light which is completely untouched by Ra. It's fully and totally pure. My Rebbe, Rabbi Twersky Zatzal, said that the Pach Shemen of Hanukkah represents that part of a Jew which is completely pure and holy, untouched by Ra. The Sfas Emes says a very similar thing as well. So it seems to me that when the Or HaGanuz comes down into the world in Hanukkah, it's coming at a time where the purity of the Or HaGanuz matches up with the purity of Klal Yisroel. The untouched, unviolated Or HaGanuz connects to the untouched, unviolated Pach Shemen, which lies within every Jew. And then that chibur makes for a powerful union of the light of Hanukkah that comes into the world and into us. A second thought, when Rashi talks about the Or HaGanuz, he does so at the very beginning of creation. Vayavdel Elokim ben Or uvein HaChoshech. Hashem separated between them and he put away the Or HaGanuz for tzaddikim later in history. But we saw in the Midrash that the Or HaGanuz shined into the world on Erev Shabbos, Shabbos night, and Shabbos day. That was the 36 hours. So when Rashi mentions that on day one of creation, l'chora, it appears that the Or HaGanuz was here from Yom Rishon until Erev Shabbos. It shone Erev Shabbos, Shabbos night, and Shabbos day for 36 hours, and then it was put away. So why do we say that it was only here for 36 hours? Why don't we say it was here for the entire week of creation and then put away after Shabbos? So it seems to me that we don't really say that the Or HaGanuz is here until Adam and Chava are created. When human beings are in the world, that's when the Or HaGanuz is reaching its purpose, is fulfilling its purpose in the world. Without a human being, what is the need for an Or HaGanuz? So day 6, Erev Shabbos, when Adam and Chava have been created by Hashem, now we're going to say the 36 hours starts, even though it was here before. It starts now. And for that Erev Shabbos and all through Shabbos, the Or HaGanuz was present in the world for Adam and Chava to be able to have its great light. And indeed, it says that Adam was able to see Misofa Olam V'Yad Sofo, which is very similar to the expressions regarding the Or HaGanuz. So that light that was here, that Or HaGanuz which was here already, was truly here once you had Adam and Chava, a human being, in the world. I think it's a great lesson for us, because everything Hashem created in this world is L'man avodaso, L'man toraso, L'man kedushaso. It's all here for us to serve Hashem with. And we'll only say that it's truly here once Yidden make use of that thing for the sake of Avodas Hashem. A Freilich Chanukah, a Lichtig Chanukah, and coming up to Zos Chanukah, a beautiful Eis Ratzon for Klal Yisrael, Sheyamalei Hashem Kol Mishalos Libeinu L'Tova.